Hey everyone, it's Neil Patel, and today is another day of Content Marketing Unlocked. We're on our fourth week, and I'm going to be breaking down how to rank number one in the long term. As I mentioned, we're in our fourth week. We're going to be going over marketing strategies, media outlets, going omni-channel, and of course, scaling up your content production. But before we start, I want you to think about this. Google is changing faster than ever. I don't have the latest data because Google doesn't always put out the latest numbers, but there's a continual trend in which Google is continually making more and more algorithm changes per year. And currently they're making roughly 9 algorithm changes per day on average. Just think about that, 9 a day. And one of the big things that they've made over the years is related to branding. The bigger your brand, the better you are. Eric Schmidt, the ex-CEO of Google, once said, brands are the solution, not the problem. Brands are how you sort out the cesspool. Their ex-head of web spam, Matt Cutts, he once said, we actually came up with a classifier to say, okay, IRS or Wikipedia or New York Times is over on this side, and the other low-quality sites are on the other side. They have a lot of things that determine their ranking signals. We actually have a course that goes over all of this. It's called SEO Unlocked. You can find it at neilpatel.com/training. But in essence, they got a lot of things that are part of their signals, such as branded searches, branded mentions, links, content, keywords. All these things really matter. But the thing I want to emphasize here is brands. Brands is the thing that no one's really looking at from an SEO standpoint. Even though Google is looking at it, a lot of companies are not. And brands isn't just how many people are searching on Google for your brand name. It could be how many people are sharing your content and getting your brand out there. How many people are talking about your brand. All those things really do matter. It's a result of causing your rankings over time to go up. When you think about domain authority, it's a metric that a lot of people talk about all the time, in which, hey, if you have a higher domain authority, you're going to end up ranking higher on Google. Sure, that is true in most cases, but also if you have a higher brand, you can also increase your rankings as well. Ideally, you want a bigger, better domain authority, and you want a bigger, stronger, better brand as well. So how do you build a long-lasting brand that can allow you to rank? Well, a brand is built over time with consistency of message. Nike, American Express, Wells Fargo, BMW, Mercedes, Emirates, all these brands were not built overnight. It's consistency, messaging. When you think about Emirates, the airplane company, and flying on them, you think of luxury, right? And if you think about where they advertise, they have ads in golfing events, Formula One. They're trying to be that prestigious airline company. And that brand was built over time with consistent messaging of, hey, we're a premium airline carrier. How are you going to define your brand? This is super important because if you want that consistent messaging, you got to first define your brand. Are you going to produce a brand story for your messaging? Well, we're going to give you some exercises that are going to help you do this, because if you follow these exercises, you're going to be better off. First off, I want you to fill out your bigger contribution worksheet. Then I want you to create your unique selling proposition and value proposition. And then I want you to fill out your target market customer insights workbook. You can find these all at neilpatel.com/training. Then click on Content Marketing Unlocked. Then go to week 4, video 1. It's the first video. And underneath the video, you'll find these assets. Fill these out because it'll help you create that positioning. That way your brand stands out. And it'll help you build that consistent messaging, so then that way you can build a strong brand in the long run. You want to use the insights in your marketing touchpoint. So you fill out these worksheets, you go through them, and the worksheets walk you through how to do everything step by step. But you want to use this messaging throughout your content, throughout your meta tags, throughout your ad copy, throughout your lead generation, or even email process, or autoresponder sequence, or even within your web design. All this really matters. That's how you drill it into people's head. We also use it within our product designs, our customer experience. Heck, I even train my support people, my sales calls, all that kind of stuff to reinforce our messaging, because it truly does help in the long run. I believe in something called the rule of 7. When someone interacts or sees your brand or your messaging 7 times, they're much more likely to remember it and become an evangelist. So you want to emphasize the same key points, so that way people don't continually get confused. Now that we've got branding out of the way, you need to focus on the other things. What are the other things? Well, there's technical issues. Is your site technically set up for Google so that way you can rank higher? Is your content developed for your target audience? Are you using keyword gaps? What's the impact of the links, the social shares that you're getting? How can you do CRO and take that traffic that you're getting and optimize it? Well, there's a few things that you can do to get started. First off, with the technical analysis, you can use Ubersuggest. You can go to the site audit report within Ubersuggest, and it'll break down the technical analysis of your website and what's wrong. You also want to use a keyword overview research and keyword ideas research report in Ubersuggest to find more keywords to go over, so that way you can include the right keywords as well. So when you use those two reports in Ubersuggest, it'll help you with the technical analysis side. And then I also want you to download the Content Marketing Taskmaster Worksheet. Again, you can find this at neilpatel.com/training. Click on Content Marketing Unlocked, week 4, the first video. And this will go over all the aspects in an audit. Or as I mentioned, you can just use Ubersuggest as well. So I'm giving you two options. You can either do it manually or you can just use the tool. Now, the other thing I want you to optimize for when it comes to conversions is a few key pages. One, your About Us page. It's your story. It's what helps people really relate to you. The second is your product details page. You usually have this, especially if you're in e-commerce. Same with your product listings pages. Then your exit pages. What are the main pages that people are leaving your sites from? Or even your landing pages. Or your key conversion pages like your checkout page, your pricing page, and any other conversion related assets like your email sequences. When you do all of this and you get more conversions, it'll allow you to spend more time and energy on content marketing, because just creating blog content isn't enough. People will read your blog, but it doesn't mean they're going to convert. So you got to optimize these things. And don't worry, I'll show you how you can do that. In essence, when someone comes to your website, it looks like a sales process. It's a funnel. Someone comes to your blog post, then you drive them to other pages like your pricing page and your checkout page, and a portion of those people will buy. So how do you really start this process? Well, first off, I recommend doing an exit pop-up. I know you're like, Neil, exit pop-ups, it's intrusive, it sucks. Well, someone's going to leave your website. Might as well show them a last-ditch offer. And we found that when you collect emails, people are much more likely to buy when you market them over email. It gives you the ability to sell over time, weeks, months, years, and that's why email is so effective. It allows you to be that trusted, friendly source. The other thing I want you to do is lead nurturing. You can follow up with your leads for weeks, months, to year, and it keeps building value, and that's how you generate more and more revenue. In essence, if you also educate them and follow up with them and then sell them, so I like sending out 3 to 4 educational emails and then sell. It's much more effective than if you just try to sell in all of your emails. You also want to monetize your content, and you can do this by ads and I don't really recommend ads, or affiliates, which I also don't recommend too much. But then you get into the stuff I do recommend, which is selling your own products or services. And you can monetize your content by collecting those emails and dripping people and selling them through the emails. Or you can just do front-end offers on your content pages. Or you can do webinars and push people from your blog posts to your webinars, or ask them to subscribe to your programs, or even refer people. Now, the next thing I want you to do, because we talked about emails, is download the email templates and use it to promote your content. You can head over to neilpatel.com/training, go to Content Marketing Unlocked, week 4, the first video, so that way you can have the email templates, and that'll help you with getting more traffic and conversions as well. When you have the right type of traffic, the right sales process, that's when you have something that's truly valuable, and that's when you start seeing your revenue go up. Content marketing is very competitive. There's over 1 billion blogs on the internet. So no matter what space you are in, it is going to be more competitive than it was when I first started. And it doesn't mean you can't succeed. There's still a lot of room, but there's a lot of blogs out there. And that's why you need to do these worksheets to really help you figure out what your brand stands for, what it is, what messaging are you trying to convey, how you're going to stand out. And then, of course, through Content Marketing Unlocked, you've learned the strategies, the executions. You want to make sure you stay ahead, optimize the whole experience, build that long-lasting brand, and optimize for conversions, because that's what's going to drive revenue in the long run. And when you're getting started, you don't have to have a lot of money. You can get started even if you have no money at all. And all you have to do is implement everything that I'm teaching, especially in the courses, the workbooks, the assets, one by one. Even if it takes you, a few months to get going, that's okay. It's better than nothing else. And literally just follow everything step by step, and you'll start seeing results. And as you start doing it, you'll be able to start scaling. because once you start generating more revenue, you can hire people, you can hire a team, whether it's writers, editors, researchers, scale up. You can hire people to help promote your content. You can even potentially hire my own ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. But this is the process that allows you to grow and grow. Not necessarily having to hire us, but I'm just saying whether it's you building out your own team or working with my own ad agency. Now, the last thing I want you to do is check out the growth hacking worksheet. Make sure you go to neilpatel.com/training, content marketing unlocked, week 4, video 1. You can download it there. In essence, there's the 3 assets that I described earlier. Plus, there's the Get Branding workbooks. Plus, there's the email marketing templates. Plus, there's a growth hacking workbook as well. So make sure you download all of those, and then that way you'll be off into the races. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. We're here to help you answer them, help you out. If you like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, let your friends know about it. And of course, if you need that extra hand-holding help and you want my team to do it for you, just check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. Thank you very much.